Now, in order for you to generate, okay, that amount of profits, okay, there are three options that you can use the Royal Quantitative, okay, three options. This is important because any of these options, okay, there is no such thing as one option is the perfect option. No way. All right, so you need to mix and match this option in order for you to be able to see the results that you are actually dreaming for. All right, so what are those three options? So the first option is the hands-on. Okay, so we have the hands-on. This is 100% manual. Can you see that? What do I mean? When I say manual means you need to decide the trade settings. You need to decide the coin selection. All right, so you need to study the market. Which are the coins that you're going to select? And you need to decide the trade settings, okay, in terms of the margin calls and so on. So this is 100% manual. Can you see that? Now, people ask me, Dr. John, you said this is an automated. So why is it involved manual? Now, please understand, all right? The word automated doesn't mean it is a fully automated. Okay, even if you look into an automated washing machine, right? You have a washing machine at home and that washing machine is automated, right? But do you still have to put in the clothes into the washing machine so that the washing machine can wash your clothes? Absolutely, right? Do you have to press the button to give an instruction to the washing machine what to do? Absolutely, right? Can you see that? So although things are called automated, still there is human interface, okay, or human touch required in order to give instruction to the bot to run. Can you see that? So not everyone who comes into quantitative have this kind of knowledge, and that's why they are confused. So most of them follow the defaulted setting and they burn themselves. Okay, they burn themselves because all their fund is depleted just probably less than a day. Can you see that? So that is a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake. Okay, so another option is a hands-free. So when I say hands-free, this is 100% copy trade. Okay, copy trade means it is a scene strategy. So this is where you have JDWINNER scene strategy. So now anyone that is new, right, beginners, it is always easy for them to straight away get them into the scene strategy so that they don't have to think about the parameter settings, the trade settings, the coin selections, and so on. Everything will be done by the scene strategy. All right, that's how it works. Now, another option is where this is where I'm going to, which I've created for the team, where you can actually have the hybrid. So the hybrid here is basically scene strategy plus manual replenishment. Okay, so I'm going to share with you now. If you can combine, okay, these three options, if you can combine especially the hybrid, you can generate a much better profit if you are doing a quantitative trading. All right, now at the end of it, no matter what option you choose, our ultimate goal is what? To make profit. That's all, okay, to make profit. So when we say profit, right, I always talk about 15 to 30% per month. That's all right? 15 to 30% per month. So if you can make 15 to 30% per month and you take a 30 days data, okay, not 1 day data, take a 30 days. So if you do an averaging for the daily, that will be around 0.5 to about 1%. Can you see that? So you take a 30 days data and divide by 30, all right? Then you will be able to see where are you. Now, when you look into your 30 days data and you see that, hey, I am not really doing well, what can I do next? Can you see that? So probably you are only using scene strategy 100%. So why don't try to do manual replenishment? Whenever the auto replenishment is already triggered, you can do manual replenishment. So if you combine the hybrid, probably your result the second month will be much better. Can you see that? So this is important. So you have to balance up this option so that you can then see a better result. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, these are some of the insight that you don't find anywhere else. It's just because that I am in the Martingale system for about 3 years plus, and I understand how Martingale actually works. Okay, so this is a plus point for anyone who is going to be part of the JDWINNER scene strategy. So what is the 3 simple steps to get started? Okay, very simple. Okay, the first thing, everyone needs a spot trading account. All right, you need a spot trading account, so you need to open your Binance or Huobi. Okay, for some countries, Binance is probably banned, like Malaysia, it is banned. Okay, but we do not know what is the fate of it. it will only be known somewhere on the 16th, okay, of this month, whether it will be fully banned and so on, okay. Now, or you can open a Huobi account. So at this moment, there are two different exchanges that Royal Q offer, which is Binance and Huobi. If you want to know more about how to open Binance and Huobi, get into my YouTube channel, okay. There are wealth of information there pertaining to how to open those accounts. Now, thereafter, once you have already have the Binance or Huobi account or both, okay, because Sin Strategy, we provide both at this moment. For Binance, you can open up for 20 coins and Huobi is 20 coins, okay? 20 coins started today. So total at any single time, if you're doing Sin Strategy, there are total 40 coins, okay? And you can be trading at both of these exchanges at the same time in your one bot. Okay, so you do binding for both of these exchanges. Isn't that awesome? So now, once the spot trading account is created, next is your Royal Quantitative bot. So you need to install the Royal Quantitative bot, okay? So the best thing is get into Royal Q website. There will be a link that you can actually click in order for you to install the bot, because there are too many fake, okay, fake apps outside there. So please be very careful. When the company gets successful, this is what happened, okay? There will be many fake or imposters and so on trying to offer what Royal Q is starting to offer. Now, when it comes to Royal Q, there are 4 steps here. You sign up, okay, you deposit, and then you do an activation, and then you do the API binding, okay? So this is where you do an API binding and the IP address group. Remember that, okay? And you do that binding with your spot trading account, all right? Now, once you have done this, the simplest thing for any beginners is to straight away connect them to the Sin Strategy. All right, so introduce them to JDWINNER Sin Strategy and let them enjoy the hands-free trading. All right, so show to them the Sin Strategy, share with them the video so that they can watch the video and understand how to perform the Sin Strategy step by step. So these are the 3 simple steps, okay, to get started. So let me go through with you the Sin Strategy so that you understand exactly how to do that. So now, before we proceed, please understand there is a disclaimer there, all right? Please read those disclaimer, and even in the Royal Quantitative Sin Strategy page, there is a disclaimer over there. Please read, okay? So if you don't agree with the disclaimer, kindly, okay, abstain from Sin Strategy. Probably you may want to do Sin Strategy with other circles and so on, okay? So please understand the disclaimer. So now, how can we perform the Sin Strategy? The first thing you need to do, all right, get into your bot. So once your bot is already installed and so on, get into your bot and click on the circle at the bottom there. Once you have clicked the circles, next you go to the search button and search for JDWINNER. It will then bring you to the next page. Okay, in the next page, you will see there will be a yellow button there to search, right? Click the search, and then there will be JDWINNER, ID number 1146. So click on that JDWINNER. Okay, it will then bring you to the next page. All right, so this is where everyone will come, right? Everyone will come here. Okay, I have already disabled the chat room because of too many imposters are posting links and so on. So I don't want our team to be vulnerable to all these okay, imposters and scammers. So I've already disabled. So we are no longer chatting in the circle. Okay, all the chat will be in the Telegram group, because in the Telegram we got 24-hour surveillance. So we have removed so many scammers, okay, in our Telegram group, and we will be continuously doing that in order to protect our community. So now, once you get into this page, right, you will see there is a greetings, okay, and welcome over there. And I've mentioned that they have to click on the Telegram link, okay, or search for JDWINNER Sin Strategy in the Telegram and get into the Telegram first so that they can get all the instructions and they can watch all the videos and so on, okay? Now, once they have already get all those instructions and understand, then they can get back into the circle once again. And what they need to do is to basically click on the strategy for JDWINNER. And you will see the percentage there. This is the percentage for the past 2.5 months, okay? I think 2.5 months, 2,320%, okay, of the profit. And now the percentage is getting much greater because we are running Huobi at the same time, all right? So now click on the percentage here, okay? Click on the percentage. It will bring you to the next page. So in the next page, you can see over here, we have Binance and Huobi. Can you see that? So you can actually Sin Strategy both of these exchange at the same time, all right? So just make sure you are careful which one you are using. If you are using Binance, make sure you select Binance. So then at the bottom, you will see a blue button there, right? Sin Strategy. Tap on the Sin Strategy. All right. So once you have done that, this is the most important page, okay, that you need to understand what to do. That's all. All right. So you don't have to decide what are the coins. You don't need to decide the trade setting. No. You only have to decide two things here, two parameters that you need to define. The first parameter is the first buy amount or the first order amount. So the first order amount here, right, basically based on your trading fund. And we already created the coin selection matrix, which I will share with you very shortly. Based on the coin selection matrix, you know your trading fund and what will be the first order amount that you can select. Can you see that? So that is very important. And then you got a number of strategy. This is basically number of coins. How many pieces of coin? So up to you. Okay, so you can decide based on the coin selection matrix. So I will go through with you the coin selection matrix and help you to understand how to decide from the coin selection matrix. So now, and then you will see the profit sharing. Now this profit sharing is an introductory, okay, because we started on the 16th of July. By this month, it will be 1 month, and then we will then revise this percentage. Currently, it's only 1%, okay, 1% of your profit. So whatever profit that you are making, 1% will be shared with JDWINNER. Now, the other thing, okay, important, please do not enable synchronized double. Can you see that? That's why I ask people to watch the video. Why? We already mentioned in the video. All right, but then there's still people asking questions in the group. Why? Because they didn't watch the video. All right, so let me repeat once again. Do not enable synchronized double. If you enable, you messed up your wallet management. Okay, so please don't enable that. I already mentioned that clearly. All right, please understand that. So now, once you have already, okay, determined the first order amount and the number of strategy, next you need to click on the SYN strategy. That's all. All right, so once you click on the SYN strategy, your trading will, your position will be automatically open and executed. Okay, now let me go through this in a practical manner. Okay, let's get to the bot. This is the bot. Now you can see over here. Okay, you can see over here there is no trade at all in this account. Right, this is just one of my account. Okay, one of my account that is under my main account. So you know that you can actually create multiple account under your main account. Okay, so if you have 2 or 3 devices, you can actually register your device under your main account. Okay, so allow all the device in your home to make money for you. Why do you let those devices to stay idle, right? It's better they make money for you because you can now do the SYN strategy and let those devices actually make money for you. Isn't that brilliant? All right, so now look at what I'm going to do here. Okay, how to do the SYN strategy. We click circle at the bottom and then we search for JDWINNER. I've already have that. I'm going to select JDWINNER, and thereafter we click in and we get into the SYN strategy page. Now over here you will see the percentage. Click the percentage, and once you click the percentage, okay, it will then bring you so you can select Binance or Huobi. Depend on your API binding. If you bind for both, you can use both. That's the beauty of it. So that's the reason why, okay, I always tell the team, right, be wise. Okay, you can split your trading fund into both of these exchanges. All right, both of these exchanges. This is what we call risk diversification. And also, right, you are fighting 2 battles at the same time. Imagine that. So you are going to make much greater profit. All right, so take advantage of both of the exchanges. Okay, so now if I select Binance, then make sure you click the SYN strategy at the bottom. Okay, so once you click the SYN strategy, right, you will see here first buy amount. Okay, it is defaulted 10. You can actually change this. Okay, you can change this. Okay, now later I'm going to show you the coin selection matrix, but now I'm just going to show you how to do the SYN strategy. So let me just put probably 10. Okay, 10, which is basically everyone starts with if you have a smaller capital, and I'm going to put probably 3 coins. Okay, 3 coins over here. All right, so now before you do this, as I mentioned to you, you need to understand your trading fund. All right, and you need to have the coin selection matrix in order to make the decision. Okay, we will go through that very, very shortly. Now, do not, can you see that? Do not enable synchronized open double. All right, do not do that. So once you have determined the first order amount and the number of coins, now you can read the synchronization notice, right? This is the disclaimer notice. Please make sure you read this notice, and thereafter you can tap on the SYN strategy. So look at what happens here. I tap on the SYN strategy and I confirm. Okay, now it is done. Okay, so let's get into the home. Now you can see over here, right, at the home, there will be 3 coins. Can you see that? So it is automatically immediately open up. Okay, immediately open up. So currently it is green, so it will execute very, very shortly, but also because the system is been upgraded, right? So probably, right, it may take some time for this to actually to activate. Okay, so we will leave it here, right? Because the whole idea is to show you the step-by-step process. So I hope you understand how to do that. Okay, how to do the scene strategy. Now, once you have actually done the scene strategy, you will see, okay, for each of these coin, okay, you have the scene strategy there. All right, that simply means all these coins are currently under JD scene strategy. All right, now if you look at this, right, you got the orange color coin and the black color, right, and the dark color. Can you see that? Now please understand, okay, some people don't have the orange coin. Why? Because they didn't activate the professional edition. All right, so make sure you activate the professional edition. All right, so then you will be able to see all the voted coin. These are all the voted coin. Okay, please don't underestimate this voted coin. Some of these coins are really delivering good profit compared to the darker or the black color coins. Okay, so please understand that. So please do make sure you activate, okay, enable the professional edition. It's very simple. Just click and then answer the 3 tests. Any question, doesn't matter, even if it is wrong, it will then show you the correct answer. You just select the correct answer and you are through. Okay, a very simple process. So that is just to show you the step-by-step how to do the scene strategy. Let's get back to our slide. Okay, so that's the whole process of it. So I hope you understand, okay, how to get it done and some of these important factor that you need to take a note of it. Okay, now let me just quickly get into the wallet management strategy and explain to you, because this is the heartbeat of JDWINNER scene strategy. All right, and this is what makes JDWINNER scene strategy so successful when you have a proper strategy. Now please understand, okay, my style of trading is different because I am not trading from the technical perspective. I am basically trading from a tactical and fundamental perspective. That's all. Now when I say tactical, means you need to have a strategy. So I look at the trading as though it is a war zone. It is a war between the red army and the green army, and I want the green army to win because red means it's going down. Can you see that? So I look at this as a war. All right, so now that is the reason why if I'm going to go to war, I need to have the right strategy, and that right strategy is all about your bullet. Can you see that? Your bullet, your ammunition. So you must have enough bullet. Okay, capital is king. Please understand that. So if you don't have capital, if you deplete all your bullet, when the market is going down, you have to surrender to the enemy. But on the other hand, if you have a proper wallet management in place, all right, as we're going to share with you the 2080 rule, you can then go in and ambush the enemy when the enemies are weakening. Can you see that? What do I mean by weakening? Weakening means when the enemy has already depleted all the bullet and the market is down, you can go in there to do manual replenishment and you can then walk out. Can you see that? You can then walk out of that war victoriously. Can you see that? So this is so tactical. That's the reason why you need to understand the wallet management and how it works. Okay, now in this example, right, we're going to use $1,000. So let's say you have $1,000 as in your spot wallet. Okay, so this is your trading fund. So now with this trading fund of $1,000, you can then divide into 80-20%. So this is an 80-20 rule. Now that 80%, right, will be $800 will be allocated into the hands-free. So this is where you will be doing the scene strategy with JDWINNER, and there will be an auto replenishment. There are 3 max, okay, margin calls that already embedded into the scene strategy. So that simply means your $800 or 80% will take care of all these auto replenishment, all these 3 auto replenishment. So you don't need to worry. Can you see that? You can leave the trade as it is, and if the market is declining, it will then take care of all those auto replenishment. Okay, so what you need to decide, only 2 things, right? As I mentioned to you earlier, you only need to decide the first order amount and the number of strategies or coin. Now, don't worry, okay? I'm going to open up for the question and answer session later on, so don't worry about raising your hand. We will let you know very, very soon. I just want you to listen and understand how this whole strategy actually works, right? So now, Now, what happens? Okay, what happens if all the three margin call is triggered? What happened? Okay, so let's say the market is so aggressive and all the three margin call is triggered. Now you have the 20%, the $200 that you can now use as a contingency fund when the market is severe correction. Okay, so let's say all the three calls are already hit and the market is going down -10, -20%. The lower the percentage, the better it is for you to go in and ambush the enemy. All right, I'm going to show to you the manual replenishment very shortly. Hopefully the trade will take on, okay? Or else we can't do that manual replenishment. Or you can refer to the video that I've already put up in the Telegram group yesterday on the manual replenishment. So now, this is powerful. Can you see that? So when all the three margin calls is already triggered, you still have 20% bullet. All right, so you can go into the enemy's camp, you can ambush the enemy with this 20% bullet, and you can then come out of that trade. So this is what we call a manual replenishment or manual buy. Can you see that? So all that you need to do is all that you need to learn is just two things. One is the scene strategy, how to do the scene strategy, and the next is for you to learn how to do the manual replenishment. That's all. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of JDWINNER scene strategy, and everyone can learn this. Now, some people will say, okay, if I don't want to do that 20%, okay, can I just wait for the market to rebound? Yes, you can just wait. So the choice is up to you. But if you don't use that 20%, it is wasted, right? Your bullet is wasted, because if you use that 20%, you can actually generate much greater profit because your position amount will increase. Can you see that? So that's the whole idea of it. And that's the reason why you have a proper 20-80 rule in place to actually tackle the whole market. And this is where the tactical strategy actually comes in. So now, if you look into the practical of it, okay, you can check the margin configuration. Now, you don't have to do anything, all right? Don't touch the margin configuration. Everything will be done by JDWINNER, all right? So you don't have to do anything. But I want to explain to you how the three margin calls happen and how much you need per coin. Okay, one coin, okay, one coin, how much actually you need, okay, if you want to do scene strategy. Now, here you can see we have a margin. We have a margin configuration, and that is three margin calls here. Okay, the first margin call is 3.5%. What does that mean? Now, when the market comes down 3.5% from your average price, it will then trigger the first call. All right. Now, at the first call, you can see it's multiplied by 1. What does that mean? So your first order amount is $10. So when you hit the first call, it will then, okay, multiply by 1. So 1 means 1 times 10. So 1 times 10, that will be $10. All right. Now you have an earlier first order, which is $10. So what will be the total position order now? $20. Can you see that? So at first call, now you will have a total cumulative position, which is $20. Now just imagine if at first call, the market actually rebound. All right, the market rebound and hit the profit taking, we will be able to earn the profit at $20, not at $10. Can you see that? So although the market declining, but at that point when the market actually recovers, you will be earning more profit. That's the beauty of this Martingale strategy. Now, in the event the market further go down, so if the market further goes down by another 4.5% from the new average price, and hit the second call, it will now multiply by 3. So 3 times 10 is how much? $30. So 30 plus my earlier $20. So now my total cumulative position is $50. So now, just imagine if the market rebound, okay, rebound at the second call and hit the profit taking, it will then close in profit at $50 times the 1%, okay, average 1% profit, let's say. So at 1% now, you're making profit at $50 instead of $20 or $10. Can you see that? So your profit that you are generating when the market is declining and when it recovers is much greater than your profit when it is at the first position of $10. So now, if it's at $10, right? If it's at $10, you need to have how many cycles? 5 cycles to make the same profit as the $50. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of it, right? So to make 5 cycles, the market always have to go up, and it may not be possible. But to make one time at $50, you just have to wait for the market to rebound. See, isn't that awesome? Now, in the event the market still further goes down, and it goes down by 4%, it will hit the third call. So the third call here is multiplied by 6. Okay, so 6 times 10, that will be $60. 60 plus my earlier position, $50, and now it will be a total cumulative position of $110. Can you see that? So now, some of you may be asking, how did you get the 110? This is how we get the 110. So the maximum fund per coin is $110. So if you want to be part of JDWINNER SYN strategy, and if you want to use the 80-20 wallet management rule, then you need $110 per coin. All right, now you will be able to see, all right, if you use the defaulted setting, all right, of the company's defaulted setting, do you know how much you need per coin? $2,550. That is the reason why so many of them get depleted. Their account get wrecked because they follow the defaulted setting because they don't understand what they are doing. So at JDWINNER, you are only going to allocate $110 per coin, not $2,550. So you select, okay, you want to go for defaulted setting or you want to follow the SYN strategy. It's up to you. Now, if one coin is 110, and if you have $800 for your 80%, right? 80% rule, right? If you have $800, how many coins can you actually open? So you can actually open 7 coins. Okay, it's about 7.27. So you can open 7 coins. Can you see that? So at $1,000, you can actually run 7 coins. Can you see that? So now, if you run 7 coins, you have a more greater potential of seeing a profit compared to 1 coin. That is the reason why, okay, if you come in with $110, just open 1 coin, the probability of you making profit, okay, will be lesser compared to $1,000. So that is the reason why $1,000 is always the most recommended, because the higher your first order, the higher your number of coins, the better it is. All right. So now, if you do 7 coins, okay, so you already use up the 80%, right? So you leave it to the bot to run, and there will be 3 auto replenishment that is already taken care for you. Now, if the market hit the third call and it comes down further, do you need to worry? You don't have to worry. Because why? You have the bullet ready. You have the 20% bullet ready for the contingency fund, and this is where you go in and ambush the enemy. You can then do manual replenishment with that 20%. So if you look at this 20%, that is $200, right? So now, if you have $200, can you do manual replenishment for all the 7 coins? No, you can't. So you must tackle 1 coin at a time, okay? 1 or 2 coins at a time, because you only have $200 in your hand. Can you see that? So this is where, right, you need to watch the manual replenishment simplified video that I've done yesterday. Watch that video so that you understand how are you going to decide which coin are you going to do manual replenishment. Now, for SYN strategy, manual replenishment is only after you hit the 3 calls. All right. So before that, you don't need to worry. Just leave it to the bot. The bot will take care of it. Okay. So this is a brilliant, okay, a brilliant, powerful, okay, strategy, a tactical strategy that has been put in place. All right. So that you can then sustain the market, but at the same time, your turnaround, okay, your profit turnaround time will be much faster, so that you can then actually generate much greater profit. Just give me a few minutes. We will be done, and then we open up for the question and answer session. So now, if you look into the parameter setting, okay, which you shouldn't touch, okay, if you are doing SYN strategy, don't touch or meddle with this parameter, please. Okay. Now let me just quickly explain to you. The margin call is 3. All right. The position. This is the take profit. Sorry. This is the take profit ratio. The take profit ratio, I have put it. So I have actually design it at 1.3%, and the profit callback is 0.1. Now, you must ask why. Okay, that's the most important. Most people use the defaulted setting. They don't know what is it all about. Okay, so now let me explain to you why 1.3 and 0.1. Now, 1.3, if you minus with 0.1, the difference is 1.2%. All right, now you will not get 1.2% because there is a marker fee and a taker fee that will be charged by Binance and Huobi. Please understand that. All right, so Binance will be 0.1% marker and taker fee. Huobi will charge you 0.2% marker and taker fee. So if you minus, right, the marker and taker fee, roughly, right, at an average, I will be earning about 1%. So every time the position close, okay, for that coin, it will be around 1%. So my target is every position is 1%. Can you see that? So that is the reason why I set at 1.3, 0.1. Please understand that. And then we have the buy callback. I will explain to you because buy callback is only for declining market, not for uptrending market. All right, please understand. So now, if you look into the margin call, okay, the margin call, and if you click the margin configuration, you will then see the detail, right? As I mentioned to you earlier. So you have the first call, the second call, the third call. Now, please understand. All right, the margin call drop, I will be adjusting it according to the market condition and the Martingale strategy. So you don't need to worry. Sometimes you may see that I have changed the setting because I am studying the market. Because when the market is declining or when the market is volatile, the setting has to be different. All right, so I will be doing it from my understanding of how the Martingale strategy actually works. Now, then you have the multiple buy-in ratio, 136. Now, 136 is mostly fixed. I can't be changing this. I can only change to basically bring down the total amount for one coin. So why is 136? Because the maximum is 110 per coin. That's all. So for these three calls, the maximum will be used for one coin is 110. So I will not change this because if I change this, your wallet management will get messed up. All right. So please understand that. So total is how much? 136, that is 10, right? 10 plus the first order, 11, right? 11 times 10 is 110. Can you see that? So I have to maintain the 10 here. 631 is 10. I have to maintain that. Okay. But the strategy is being put in place so that it will then be able, okay, to sustain the declining market. Okay. So that is how it works. So you don't have to worry about all these settings. Okay. All this setting is done by JDWINNER. So you just enjoy Sin strategy and enjoy the earnings. Okay, I hope that gives you a peace of mind, right? But I want you to understand the mechanism behind it. How does these things work? So that you now have more understanding about this whole thing that you are getting involved. All right. So in saying that, let's look into the Martingale strategy. How does the Martingale actually work? And I'm going to use an example of Matic here, Matic pair, okay, Matic USDT. And I'm going to use the first order amount 10, and you see the average price is 1.79. Okay. Now, let's say, okay, at $10, when the market actually execute at $10, what happened? At $10, if the market goes up at 1.3% and call back profit 0.1, it will then sell at an average of 1%. Now, when I say average, please understand, it may not be exactly 1%. Sometimes 0.9, 1.2, 1.5, 0.7, 0.8, but on average, okay, it's 1%. So it will sell at 1%, right? 1% of $10, all right? So you will then make 1% profit, okay, when you hit the 1.3. Now, in some instances, where the market momentum is really strong, what happened? It can even go up to 5% or 10%. So the bot is so intelligent, it will follow through, okay, but depend on the momentum, because the algorithm only will see the momentum and then decide. So if there's no momentum, then the bot will take the profit at about 1.3 or probably at about 3 or 4%. All right. So now, let's say, for example, if the market goes all the way to 5%, and then call back at 0.1, now you can see that it will sell automatically. All right, it will sell at 4.9% profit. How do you get this? 5 minus 0.1, so that will be about 4.9% profit at $10. All right, now in the event, okay, that's the second scenario. Now the third scenario, in the event if the market, okay, instead of going up, okay, it called back 0.1, 0.5%, and then the market actually comes down by 3.5% from the average price. Can you see that? So from 1.79, now it is 1.72. So once you hit that, it will then open up the first call. So what is the first call? Multiply by 1. So 1 times 10, that will be $10, right? And earlier I have a $10. So now my total position amount will be floating is how much? $20. Can you see that? So $20 cumulative amount will be floating. Now, what does floating means? Unrealized loss. So don't worry about it. All right. It doesn't matter what color it is. Even if it is red, you don't need to worry about it. It's just unrealized. It is not real loss. All right. Now, watch what happened. At this point, if the market go above the new average price, okay? So now, whenever the market comes down, it will no longer take the older average price. There will be a new average price. All right. So now, if the market go above 1.3% of that new average price, and call back profit 0.1, it will sell at and take a 1% profit of $20, not $10. Can you see that? So now, can you just imagine you have made a 1% profit of $20? That is double of your $10, right? So that is the beauty, right? So although the market is going down, you are still going to generate profit when the market closes in profit. Now, instead of going up, okay, instead of recovering, the market actually dropped further. And if the market drops further by 4.5%, it will hit the second call. Now, at the second call, the multiply will be 3, right? So 3 times 10 will be $30. 30 plus 20, that will be $50 now. Okay, floating. Can you see that? So $50 floating. Now, in the event, if the market actually rebounds, okay, rebounds and hit 1.3% from the new average price and call back profit by 0.1, it will now take a 1% profit. Can you see that? 1% profit from the total cumulative $50. Now, can you see that? Now you are earning 5 times greater than your $10 earlier, right? So that's the beauty. Can you see that? Now, that is the reason why you don't need to worry when the market is declining. Because when the market is declining, that is the opportunity for you to double up or even triple or even make 10 times, okay, than what you used to make if you are only going to trade with $10. Can you see that? Now, in the event market further comes down, all right, and he hit the third call. So when he hit the third call, there will be 6 times, right? Multiplied by 6. So 6 times 10, that will be $60 plus the earlier 50. So your total position floating now is 110. Now that is the max for one coin. 110 is the max. Now at this point, if the market actually rebound above the new average price and hit 1.3% profit and call back 0.1, it will now sell at 1% average at how much? $110. That is a 10 times profit. All right, 10 times increment instead of just $10, right? Can you see that? So that's the brilliance of it. Now, watch what happened. If the market, like what happened recently to SLP, right? SLP start to actually explode, right? Explode. So just imagine if it explode and go all the way up, okay, by 10%. Now you're going to make 10%, okay, minus 0.1 profit taking, and that will be 9.9% at $110. Okay, sorry, it's not 120, it's $110. Wow. Can you imagine? Now, instead of making $1, you are making $10. All right, because the momentum of the market. So this is what happened recently to SLP, right? Everybody thought SLP is dead, but SLP began to woke up, right? Woke up and start to explode all the way up, and people just were making profit, okay? So never underestimate a declining market and thinking that, oh my God, I'm going to lose everything. No, that is your greatest opportunity for you to actually generate more profit. Just imagine that, right? So now, are you at loss? You are not going to lose your fund. What is the actual loss here? Your actual loss here is just the waiting time, all right? So that's why when the market declining, just be patient. Don't worry about seeing the rate and then people complaining, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, I'm not making profit. This system is really not good and so on. Don't ever say that because you don't know what is going to happen, right? So now if you look here, right, how many calls is this? 3 calls, right? So all these 3 calls has already been designed into JDWINNER hands-free. So 80% of your fund will actually take care of these 3 calls. Can you see that? Will take care. Now, what happens if the market further goes down? Now, if the market further goes down, okay, this is where you have the 20% contingency fund, okay, to do the manual replenishment as I taught you earlier. Can you see that? So now some people may say, I don't want to do manual replenishment. All right. If I don't want to do manual replenishment, can I just leave it? Yes, you can leave it. All right. You can leave it if you don't want to do. So what happened? If you leave it, you just have to wait. So the waiting time can be a little bit longer. All right. That's all. That's the reason why if you look into the small capital in the coin selection matrix, right? 110, 220, 310, there is no contingency fund. Why? Because the capital is small. You cannot put so many coins. That's why I don't put the contingency fund. Contingency fund only starts from $500 and above. All right. So those who have $1,000, $2,000, you can go and learn how to do the manual replenishment. All right. So wait until the market bottom, real bottom, man, minus 10, minus 20, minus 15. Then only. Okay. So you only do manual replenishment after the 3 margin call is triggered. All right. Please understand that.